Hello, hello, hello. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. I'm back for Fun Friday. A bit of a different time today. Let me just hook my camera up. Yeah, a little bit of a different time today. So I have there we go. So I do normally pre-record my Fun Fridays these days. Yeah, because life's very busy on a Friday, but I hadn't popped it up at 11. I hadn't pre-recorded it. So I thought, let's come live. Instead of making it and just posting it, I'm going to come live. So let me just weight down my tripod for my camera. There we go. And I thought I'd come live. Hi, Shaz. How are you? So it's kind of impromptu because, yeah, thank you. I hope it's a wonderful surprise. I hope it's a wonderful surprise. Yeah. So it's kind of impromptu because I should have put a video up for 11 and it all went a bit pear-shaped. So yeah, I am live in the right place. I'm just checking that. But my desks are complete and utter mess today. But I thought have a little bit of fun with this absolutely gorgeous stamp set. It's called Dainty Delight. It also has a set of dies that go along with it. You can find it in the annual catalogue here. How pretty it is, and it coordinates with the Dainty Delight dies, which are on page 163. So the stamp set's on page 22 of the annual, and the die set, it says on page 163. Where is it? I can't see it. Oh yeah, right there in front of my eyes. Here, so you got a lot of different dies. So there's some standalone dies. And there's also a lot, these ones will cut out the stamped images. There's loads. Oh, that's a beautiful, it's almost like a little hydrangea head. So I don't have the dies yet, but I have the stamp set and I thought I would play with it. And I was totally inspired because my lovely team leader, Michelle, sent me a beautiful card using this stamp set. I'm not going to case it today, but I thought I'd have a little bit of a play with it because it's so beautiful. And it's my first time I've played with this one. It has been out a long time. I have only just got it though, and I thought I'm going to play. So welcome, Shaz. I'm so glad you joined me live. Now I do have a very vague idea of what I'm doing. Vague is the word. I've got a basic white, thick basic white card base, A4, scored in half at 10.5 centimetres and cut in half at 14.8. And then I've got a black one, basic black, and I've gone down by quite a bit. And I think I went down to 13.8 by 9.5, so that's whole centimetre difference. Shaz says the dies are worth getting. She uses them a lot. Absolutely. I will get the dies on my next order. I actually was gifted this one, this stamp set, so I will be getting the dies. Right, and then I have gone down by about 2 millimeters. So my black mat just pokes out. I just wanted to pop, give it a little pop. So this is just one card I'm making this afternoon, just to give you an idea of things you can do with this one. So I will be around next week for my usual lives and videos, but then the following week it's half term and I'm away on my holidays. So I do have another card with a video recorded ready to pop up for you while I'm away on holiday using this lovely stamp set again. It's gorgeous. And here it is in the flesh. It's so pretty. But I brought out one of my masks too. So this is the Artistic Mix Decorative Masks. You can get quite a few. These are great value. These masks that you can use. They're stencils basically. You've got lots of geometric designs in this one. I love them. So I thought I would have a go at using them with this stamp set. We'll see. I haven't quite decided in my brain what it's going to look like. But I have a general idea. So I hope it works. I hope it works. So I've got my mask. Now I need some blending brushes. I've got one already with a little bit of yellow on it. And I did have an ink pad out. It was Lemon Lolly. Did I put it away? No idea. Didn't think I put it away. I'm going to grab one. Lemon Lolly. And picked the wrong ink pad. That's not what I want. Okay, lemon lolly must be out on my desk. My desk looks like I've been burgled. I'm not going to lie. Honestly, I have this pile of ink pads out. It's not in that lot, is it? You've never seen anything like it. I currently have piles of everything. I have different classes in the making all over the desk. Yeah, it's mad. So I am not surprised if an ink pad gets swallowed up in the detritus. But that's okay. I have a yellow here. I'm not going to spend hours looking for it, because I'm going to clean up and find it a bit later. Let's grab some more blending brushes. I love my blending brushes. Right, this one's Daffodil Delight. This will do the job quite nicely. So I'm going to put a little bit of yellow. I'm not going to use very much. I just want this to be quite subtle. That's what's going on in my head anyway. A quite subtle little background for my flowers that I'm going to stamp on there. Now, loving this stamp set. And I have got some thank you cards to send to people for placing orders in my online shop. And this is such a pretty stamp set. I thought it would be perfect. Oh no! Shaz says she did a mixed media class last night and everywhere, including her hands, looks like a crime scene. I can relate to that. I love a bit of mixed media. You should share what you've been making. Absolutely love that, Shaz. So I've got some, I think this is Flirty Flamingo. Yeah, I love that. I haven't done any for a while, but I love it. So that's that. And I was going to put Granny Apple Green, but I'm not sure. I might go for pumpkin pie. Let me grab pumpkin. Where are you, pumpkin pie? I have a problem with my pumpkin pie ink pad, as in finding it in my stash, apart from the fact it's very dirty. In my ink pad storage is opposite a window, and there are certain colours that fade, not the ink pad, but just the edges. And then when it's along the edge, that looks yellow to me now because it's faded. There's nothing wrong with the ink pad. It's that I have got it in the sunlight. Not a great plan. But, you know, it's a good place to put it for me. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Thank you for joining me. So I'm going to pop a little bit of this in there just to give a bit of a different colour. Oh, I'm loving it. I am loving it. I might have gone a bit mad, but that's okay. That's okay. I might actually turn it round. I was hoping to be a bit more subtle with my blending. But it doesn't look like subtle's my middle name today. I think I'm going to turn it that way. And then I'm going to get my Memento ink out. Now I've got a little bit of a tip for you. Says me, I can't find it. But where is it? Maybe I threw it away. I was looking at my Memento ink. I have like 3 or 4 of these ink pads. And yeah, I can't find it. And I thought the one I was using had run out, so I re-inked it very heavily because it was desperate. And then I went to use it, and it was kind of, because all the ink was still sitting on the surface, using it straight away was not a plan. So I picked out one of my other ones, and it's stamping so much clearer. So if you re-ink your ink pad, let it sit, let it soak down, and then use it. So are you a bit wet in Wales, are you, Wendy? And in Devon? Yes. Very wet, very, very wet. We went for our dog walk this morning and Alfie absolutely loved it. He kind of, actually, I think I'm going to go this way. He kind of loves it because he's got a whole load of doggies that all walk at the same time in the morning, and they all chase the ball together, and it's all his doggy friends. So no matter what the weather, he always wants to go for his walk. So I took him for his walk, and he met all his doggy pals, and they ran and ran and ran and ran in the rain, and they absolutely loved it. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this big one. There's lots of stamps in this stamp set. I think I might go for this one. It's a smaller floral spray. And but obviously by the time I got home, drenched wasn't the word. But he had a good time. Right, I'm going to stamp it off the bottom just so that you can see where the stems start. Okay, so I've got this one. I'm absolutely not sure about this card. This is kind of in my head. But I think he'll be fine for what I want. So let's get another one. I'm making lots of different cards for my thank you cards using the same set. I thought it would be a bit of fun to do that. This was like cow parsley. If you live in the UK, there's probably another name for it, but that's what it looks like to me. Both your cat and your dog hate the rain, do they, Wendy? Alfie doesn't care. He's funny like that. Mind you, he does like to swim in the lake, so he doesn't mind the wet. But the cat, on the other hand, it's very funny. She's not quite so keen on the rain. Sometimes she runs out in it, like she's loving it. And other times, she's like, she'll take a look out through the cat flap to see if it's raining, gets a bit miserable, and then she waits by the back door because she thinks if she goes through the back door, it won't be raining that side. She's not very clever, honestly. Bless her. And this one looks like kind of seed heads. So I only want to stamp the top of it, so it doesn't matter if the block's not quite right. I think I might redo this card because I'm loving it, but I really wanted my background to be a lot more subtle. It's not quite where I wanted it to be. You know when you envision something and it doesn't quite translate? So we're going to keep that, and then we're going to make another one, and we're going to compare it. That's the plan. So a bit of card. I might not use the mask. I might just sponge it. Sponge, not sponge. I might just use the blending brush. Right, so I make this to be about 9.4, 9.3 by about 13.5. So 13.5. I haven't had my lunch. So, getting a bit hungry. Right, okay. I also had my COVID jab yesterday and my flu jab. So I'm feeling a bit peculiar today. Yeah, different peculiar than normal. Right, I'm going to go with the yellow one. And I've got the yellow still on there. Isn't that a glorious colour? Love it. Let's just... Look, there's none left on it. It looks very yellow, but there's not. Let's grab my daffodil. Daffodil Delight. Daffodil Delight ink with Dainty Delight stamps. So I always take a bit off on the scrap paper because then I get an idea of how intense it's going to be. And also it stops that kind of, you know, when you get a load on there and you do that and you get this kind of smudgy impression, it makes it softer. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a... It looks like the sun's been shining. If you know what I mean. There's no chance of sun here today. I did warn about thunderstorms here, but we don't seem to be getting any thunderstorms. Thank goodness for that. Because the dog gets very upset. I might use the big one. back to plan A. So you're seeing how the whole process evolves with my card today, rather than me planning it completely. But I don't want it too high. There we go. So some of it will come off the edge. There we go. That's much more kind of what I was hoping for, something really subtle behind it. So my original idea was to heat emboss the flowers, these flowers in black. But then, you know, I want to make quite a few. So I thought that might be a step too far if I want to make lots of multiples of them. But I do think it would look pretty heat embossed. Okay, so we've got those. Now, there is a step that I didn't do already that I should have done. And I want to actually stamp my sentiment straight onto the card. Now, I should maybe have done that first, because if I get it wonky or it doesn't stamp right. Now, the other thing is, you know, when you put your stickers onto your stamps, if you don't put them on there exactly right, sometimes they look a bit skew with, not kind of straight. And if you're got one with words and it's just a couple of millimeters out, and I found that's what I've done with this one that says thank you for your kindness. So if I stamp it and it looks very straight to me, it's going up the way. I can see that that is slightly bigger here than it is here. So I now got to adjust for that. And that's literally because I haven't stamped that on there very cleverly. Stuck the sticker on there very cleverly. So what I think I might do is, instead of stamping it straight onto the card and risking a wonk, I'm going to do it on a spare piece. Now I know that I need to adjust it just by a millimetre or two. So it's always worth, after you've stuck your stickers on, I've over-inked it too. After you stick your stickers on, stamp it a few times and check that you're happy with it. Now where's my stamp cleaner? It doesn't happen to me very often, but with this one it did. And it's definitely the way I stuck the sticker on, I'm pretty sure. Right, I over-inked it also. So I'm quite glad I've done it on a piece of card, because that's a bit messy to go straight on my card. Try again. Yes, that's so much better. I'll let that dry. And pop it to the side. Let's grab this one. This is going to be a super quick card, I feel. Sometimes that's what you want though, isn't it? Especially if you're going to make a few of them. So yeah, what I like to do, so this is what I like to do. If anybody orders up from my online Stampin' Up shop, I will send them a handmade thank you card and a little gift for ordering with me. And that's what I like to do. And I also put in another card with no writing in, so that they can use it and send it on to someone else if they want. You know, if they like the card and think they got a use for it, they can send it on. So that's what I try and do. Now, from next month, I'm going to add something else into my thank you pack. I'm going to add in, if my words will work, I'm going to add in a little handcrafted thank you gift. So I have been having lots of fun thinking of things like that to make. So you may see some videos of those coming up at some point too. Right, so I'm going to cut this out. Thank you for your kindness. Still a bit blobby the end of that, isn't it? But I do like it. It really pops out too because you haven't got the yellow on there. So let's have a look. There's some other nice sentiments in this set. It says celebrate you during this sending love during this season of growth. And it says the best is yet to come. And thank you for your kindness. So many things. So here we go. Let's just stamp this down. So if you've been following me, I send out a newsletter. That's a bit better than that one, isn't it? I send out a newsletter periodically with all the latest from Stampin' Up, all the offers that are coming out, what I'm up to, what classes I offer, all my kits in the post, all of that kind of stuff. So do leave me a comment if you'd like to be included in my newsletter list if you're not already, because I can do that. Right, thank you for your kindness. And that's going to go on there. I'm still not sure about this though, guys. Okay. So I'm going to do that thing that I like to do from one corner, just straight up, chop it off. That's going to go there. Going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals to pop that up. Let's find some of those. Oh, look at this. I love this. A new packet, almost new. I've just taken a couple out of there. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? A bit of black behind there. Yes, so do excuse me. I'm if anybody's interested in my newsletter, do let me know and I'll add you in. Obviously, it's more useful if you're living in Europe or the UK because the things that I talk about are relevant. So that's about 2.5 centimeters. So let's take a bit that is. Oh, Wendy said something. It's about 2.5 by about 7.3. Let's try that. Let's make it a bit bigger and then we can cut it down. Oh, that looks about perfect, doesn't it? So let's just cut that off there. Here we go. Oh, my laptop's turned itself off. Well, gone to sleep. Look at the state. When I look on my screen, I can see what you can see. Oh my goodness, what a mess. You can see all the mess. Never mind. Right, I'm going to glue this one. Down there. It's going to make it pop. That's the idea. It's going to make it pop anyway. Thank you for your kindness. Going to the theatre tonight. Go me. Going to see Woman in Black. It's the spooky one. My friend. I'm quite excited. Oh, yes. Now that's it. That's what I was looking for. Very simple card indeed. And if I hadn't faffed about, it would have taken far less time. But this is great because this is the kind of card you can do in batches, multiples. And really pretty one I can send out if somebody makes an order with me to say thank you. There we go. And then we'll glue it on. Honestly, it's been pouring down here. I was just looking at your comments about the weather. Oh, hang on. For some reason my screen is kind of frozen. Not frozen, but my comments are frozen. So a little bit of Tombow. I have a customer craft day coming up. I'm very excited. It's on November the 12th. It's a weekend, and I have been asked a few times about a weekend class. So I've got a whole day doing Christmas crafting. It's like a retreat day. I'm so happy for that. So that is now open. Bookings are being taken for that until next week, until the end of next week, and then booking will close. So thank you for your kindness, because I am going away on holiday, so all that stuff has to be prepared. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, it would be really nice to colour this in with Stampin' Blends inside, but I'm not going to do that because, because it'll end up bleeding through. So just a note there. I'm going to do this. Like that. Something really pretty about this. It's always like line drawing. Loving it. So I'm going to try and stamp this one again. This one that I keep having a problem with because I stuck the sticker on a bit wrong. Thank you for your kindness. There we go. And there's just one last thing I need. And I don't think it's that. I think that's a note card envelope. Yeah, let's have a look. Right, in my envelope drawer. Right, let's have a look. I might just put a little bit of yellow on there. In the corner. So, naked envelopes. We don't want those, do we? We don't want naked envelopes. We want nice envelopes that have something nice on there. So when it comes through the postie brings it to you. You certainly know it's not a bill. And you certainly know it's something nice. So just a little bit of stamping. Really plain and simple. But really jazzes up your envelope. Let it dry. And then I'm going to do the back too. And I think I'll do a few on the back. I could go to town with it, but I think that might be a bit much. Now, if I go over the flap, I've always got that kind of, my words won't work today, that kind of risk that we're going to leave a line, but we're going to go for it. I'm just going to press really hard and hope not too bad. Not too bad. And I suppose by the time they've opened it, it's all going to be ripped anyway. There we go. Oh, Shaz says her daughter phoned and had her granddaughter on the video call. Oh, that's adorable. Lovely. Love that. So I'm near the end of the card. We are almost there. There we go. So that's the back of the envelope. Just to make it look a bit pretty, we could actually make it a little bit more symmetrical. You don't have to go to town on the envelope. Just one stamp would be enough. But you know what? I like a bit of extra. There's a bit extra to be done. I like it. So that's the back, because you don't need to write anything on there. So you can do what you like. And that's the front. So no nudie envelopes, please. We just want ones with something pretty on. So the other thing I want to pop on here is some embellishment of some kind. Now, I did have my brush metallic dots. I am having so many problems today with my words. And I know this is an excuse, but having my COVID jab yesterday has put my head all over the shop. Let me see what else I've got to go on the front of there because I can't see my dots. Oh, I've got the pastel adhesive back sequins. They'd be nice. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Shaz. What Shaz said. She said, please can you show your support by giving the video a thumbs up, sharing it to your crafty friends and making sure to subscribe to the channel to make sure you never miss a live. Click that notification bell down below so you know when I upload a video so you can watch it. Thank you, Shaz. You're so kind. So look, it looks like I've had these, had a couple of packs of these and I cut them up for classes. I think I'm just going to use a couple of the gold ones. They're so pretty, although that would give a little bit of colour, wouldn't it? Is that Tahitian Tide? I think it is. Do you know what? Since my class last weekend, I did a whole weekend of, gosh, that's nearly a week ago, a whole weekend class for my team. I can't find my Take Your Pick tool. And I have emptied my bag, but I'm going to have to go back into it and see if I can find it. It's got to be there. I'm covered in ink. Look, Shaz, I'm covered in ink as well. We're a right pair. So a couple of little sequins on there. And I like these because they've got the sticky on them. So you don't have to mess about getting glue everywhere. It's all good. So a clean and simple card, kind of. It does have a bit of bling. Yeah. Oh, my dots were just underneath it. Those were the Brush Metallic Adhesive back dots that I've used for a different card. But there we go. That's our card for today's Fun Friday. It was a bit of fun, wasn't it? I am having so much fun with this stamp set. I am actually, oh, look at the mess. I am kind of obsessed with it. Do you know what? Sometimes I feel like I want to do a whole series on one stamp set, but that might get a bit boring. But I am a bit obsessed with this one. It's so, so pretty. I love it. Yeah, so watch out. I've got another video coming the week after next with this stamp set. I might even have another one in between, but probably not. Hello, Amy. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Yeah, you might need to watch the replay. We're just about to finish up, but thank you for coming, watching me live as well. That's really kind. I really appreciate it. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing me having just a little quick play with the Dainty Delight stamp set with a very simple card using literally a little bit of Daffodil Delight with a blending brush in the background. Oh, I'll show you, Shaz. And then I've just used black and white. And that was the effect I was going for. So Shaz, my effect in my head was subtle, like the yellow on here. And then when I did the mask, it wasn't. It was just too much. Like I can't kind of work out what my eyes are meant to be looking at. And my brain is a bit like, woo. So I think if I stayed with like the lemon lolly and had it super, super subtle, that would have been perfect. But because I went in with some other pink, I went in with flamingo and pumpkin pie, it was just a bit too much. So I might try and recreate that with just the lemon lolly. And if I do, I'll pop it up on my Instagram so you can see what that looks like. But the same idea, you know. So yeah, sorry about that. When it came out, it was like, what have I done? So yeah, I went in and took the mask out of it and just went in with a little bit of Daffodil Delight on there. yeah, I hope you've enjoyed seeing that. And I will see you next Tuesday live for Coffee and Cards. I have got lots of stuff going on at the moment. I've had some happy mail. I did a class last weekend, so I had some happy mail given to me by my team. Lots going up on my Instagram over the next couple of days. So pop over there and have a look if you want some crafty inspiration too. Don't forget, we've got the amazing joining offer this month. So the joining offer is outrageous. And for the life of me, I can never get the numbers right in my head because they're not round numbers. But the idea is it's Stampin' Up's 35th anniversary this year. And so they're giving away 35% more product in your starter kit, or you can choose to pay 35% less. So it means if you go for 35% more product for the same amount of money, hang on, you will get something like £165 worth of product for £99, somewhere around that money. Or if you want to spend 35% less, you get £130 worth of product for, I think it's £99. No, something like that. £64. Yeah, 64. But you can find it on my website if you're really interested, and have a look and click that join you button and join my lovely team. There's no obligation to demonstrate. You don't have to do that. You can just do it for your own discount if you like, or you can demonstrate and have fun with it. But that's the amazing joining offer for the 35th anniversary that's this month, and I would love to have you. Yeah, I'm having fun. So I will see you next Tuesday. Have the most amazing weekend. Chill out. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Thanks for joining me live. Take care. Bye-bye.